Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to all of you. This is going to be the last video of Robin's Taste, the year 2014. Let's begin this video update with My Uncle the Alien. First thing first, no, I never heard about the movie before either. Secondly, yes, the film is actually real. And for third, yes, the movie is actually absolutely dreadful. I'm planning on making a full movie review out of this one, just to tell you how bad it was. I wanted to make a movie review out of Manboard, but that's gonna wait, because I think I'm gonna go with this one first. We'll see what happens, no promises, but yeah, it's an interesting picture, to say the least. I've never had any clue what this movie was about when I bought it, but it looked like trash, and sometimes trash can be interesting. Up next is Hard Boiled by John Woo. I've been looking for this movie for a quite long time, since I saw it the first time. It's the most action-packed movie I've ever heard about. It's incredible, it's having so much stuff in this film. It's just packed with action, and it's an interesting gangster film. In case you've seen Face Off, imagine that, which is pretty action-packed. Imagine that times 11, and you get Hard Boiled. It's insane. Maybe it's a bit too violent for some people, I can respect that, but this movie is supposed to be very, very violent for the reasons of the catharsis effect, according to me. In case you go home from work, you just feel that everything is down on you, just feel like, I want to watch something that make all your rage disappear. Watch Hard Boiled. It's like, you can't really put your finger on it, but afterwards it's like you've been hypnotized and wake up like, whoa, where am I? What's going on? Kind of. It's so shocking for your own value. It's not like it's a gore splatterfest, but it's just incredibly action-packed. Incredible movie. Grand Theft Auto 5. I love Vice City. And according to me, the music and the theme, the actual feeling of Vice City is the best, because I love the 80s, as you may already know. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a definitely fantastic game though, with great storyline, fantastic characters. Phil Collins, I Don't Care Anymore, which is the best song they have on the radio. Sadly, because I don't think they had too much of a choice between the radio channels. I think it was kind of stiff. But I still love it. It's a freaking good game, and it's a cool steelbox too, and I found it rather cheap too. It was a price worth paying for this game. LA Confidential, a movie that a lot of people know about, and it took me a long time till I saw it, but it was worth it. It was a good film. Only downside for me personally is that I had some hard time following the story. Maybe it was just me being slow that day, but I actually think it was a few holes in the plot that didn't really make any sense. Or maybe it's just me being stupid. Could be both. And I'm not a big fan of Kim Basinger, I guess. I just didn't care for her character. Not her problem, but I really don't get how that kind of character and portrayal could get an Oscar. Interesting. The Revenant, a movie that Good Bad Flicks one mentioned, I think. He mentioned it in one of his fantastic movie reviews. He's always fantastic. The Revenant is a surprising zombie flick with some really good comedy and a really good story. It's original. It's not often that you get to see an intelligent zombie who can communicate and act like a human being, and it's loaded with a lot of fun. But I think towards the middle part of the film it became too weird, sort of like Boondock Saints, and I don't really like Boondock Saints. I just think it's too normal, you know? And that's the downside, I think, of this picture. Is too, I don't know, can't really place my finger on it, but it feels like the movie drags out a lot, then that phase is coming through, and I just wanted it to end. But it's still a fantastic film, and I think you guys deserve to check it up, but it is quite long. I think it's quite long. To be a hard picture, it's 2 hours, and I think they could have shortened it down like 20 minutes. Night at the Golden Eagle is a film I never heard about. Just like My Uncle the Alien. I bought it at the same place, to be honest. But this movie is really good. is about this hotel called the Golden Eagle, where prostitution is going on and a lot of shady characters, living in these apartments. And it's an interesting thriller with a lot of dark comedy to it. Great acting for its time. I mean, these are actors I never heard about before, mostly. Vinnie Jones is the most famous name. And he's still, really good, but I think everybody else that I never heard about is fantastic. I mean, the main characters who's playing these old ex-criminals should definitely deserve to be in more films. They were fantastic. I never heard about this movie, and I think very few people have seen it or even heard about it, but it is worth to check out. So remember, check out this one, don't check out this one. There's a big difference, but I think you recognize the difference when you see the films. Not that the Golden Eagle deserves to be seen. It's definitely one of the most interesting films I've seen that nobody else seemed to have seen for some reason. And yeah, it's an obscure but interesting title. Well, that's it, folks. Happy holidays. Goodbye.